Alright, so yeah, I got the car back to Buenos Aires, hung with my brother and sister a bit to the middle point of January, and like then it was summer vacation mode. And because I had got the car back, I was thinking like, okay, I want to explore outside the city now, which mostly was possible by train. But I also like had this dream, this like, it came from a long time before, I'll get to that in a minute, of doing a long perimeter circuit of the province of Buenos Aires. It'd be like 2,500 kilometers in my car. But yeah, we'll get there in a bit. Anyway, so it was summer vacation. I was still exploring a bit, and like most of the other teachers in the summer, they'll actually decide to go on vacation and go somewhere. I don't really do that. I have like a reduced teaching load in summer, so I don't have to work as much, so I can explore the city more or whatever. But I'm still working, and most of that actually is like in company. So downtown in Buenos Aires, it's called Microcentro. There's a lot of companies, and I work down there. There's a photo right here. That's more showing Porto Madero across the way, but it's that same kind of modernized downtown thing. Although Microcentro in Buenos Aires has a lot of architecture, like from France, like back in the day. It's not all like American skyscrapers like that photo. But yeah, so I was working at this skyscraper building for a company, Banco Francis or BBVA, and we would teach like on like the 30-something floor or something like that. So it had like an amazing, amazing view of the city, and I'll show you a clip of that right now. So here you can really see like just the sea of Buenos Aires, like the buildings, the endless gray sea of buildings, because there's no hills there, it just goes on forever. And as the camera comes over, you can also see here the ecological reserve, which is like a giant park in the city, and that's a super cool place as well. So yeah, I would teach downtown, but I had a lot of free time, and like I mentioned before, I was still running like once a week, but I also after Carmen's wedding, I had brought down my rollerblades. And that was another way to kind of explore the city, not outside of it, but the city. And oftentimes with the blades, I'd go to this place, Parque de los Niños, in the north of the city, and that's super cool. It's a green space as well. There's some video of it here for you. But in Buenos Aires, they do have bike lanes. It's good, but the concrete, the sidewalk, the road, it's not quite as smooth as our road here in North America, as our sidewalks here in North America. A lot of it sometimes be cobblestone or cracked, or it's a much busier area, but I was kind of like, screw this, I'm just going to rollerblade. So yeah, of course I had a couple wipeouts, like one on my hand, that's not a big deal. But I also had this one, I was going to meet Laura, the Australian girl, my co-teacher. She was still in town. We're going to meet up for like I was going to rollerblade and she was going to go for a bike ride or something like that. So we're going to meet up at this park in Palermo. And on the way there I had like crashed trying to do some stupid move where I was trying to like jump onto the sidewalk from the road and like skip around this tree, and the sidewalk's kind of like cobbled, and then a lady came out of a building and just too much, and I got my wheel caught in this groove in the ground and fell over and split my chin open. And like right here, like I guess it's the spot where you don't stop bleeding. So I fell down, I get up, everyone's like, are you okay? It's kind of embarrassing, but I was like, I'm fine. But then there was like blood like all over my shirt and wouldn't stop bleeding. So I got these napkins from this guy and I held them to my thing, trying to stop bleeding, wouldn't stop bleeding. So I go to a corner store, I'm like, can I have a Band-Aid to give me, won't stop bleeding. So I get to the actual park where I was supposed to meet Laura, the other teacher, the Australian teacher, and they had like a health facility there. So I went there and they're like, you need to get stitches. Like, that's not going to close. You have to go to the hospital. Like, there's no other choice. It's not going to close. And I was like, okay. I was like, Laura, just bring me some Band-Aids. Because they put this big, ridiculous, like, like stupid Band-Aid across my chin. I was like, I don't want to wear that. And I was like, I'm not going home yet. I want to finish this day. It's a gorgeous day. So Laura puts this Band-Aid on my chin. She's like, dude, there's like a hole in your chin. I'm like, whatever. So we finished the day off, ride out, and ride back to the city. And then that night, actually, I went to like a gig, like a concert with her boyfriend, Jordy. And again, it's like, wouldn't stop bleeding. Not like, you know, blood, but like just oozing, right? Like it wouldn't close. So I was like, okay, if this thing doesn't close in like a day or two, I do have to go to a hospital because it just seems not close. So a day or two goes by, it's still oozing, and I'm like, I really didn't want to go to the hospital. And so I was like, I'm going to try putting peroxide on it, which I should have done way earlier, but I thought it was going to kill me to put peroxide on it. So I put peroxide on it, and it like did the trick. It just like sealed it right up. Like it oxidized everything. It was like, okay, so I don't have to go to the hospital. So that was, you know, being an idiot, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then another one of my great rollerblading situations. I had mentioned how we had gone out to Martin's the previous year in 2017 on the train, and it gave me the idea, like, just maybe start exploring the city beyond the immediate city proper, the capital. But I was also like, I think I can rollerblade all the way to Martin's house. It'll probably take me 3 hours, but I can do it. And I researched all these routes to avoid the cobblestones, whatever, right? But sure enough, like I ended up getting lost. It took me like 5 hours. But midway through the rollerblades to get Martin's house that time, I had to go kind of through a rough neighborhood, several rough neighborhoods, but one of them in particular. There was these street dogs, and they started chasing me. And so I'd like turn around on my blades and be like, hey, and they'd stop. And go again, they'd chase me. So turn around, hey. And by about the third time, I was like, dude, like I don't want to keep playing this game where like they stop when I'm facing them and then go to skate away and they chase me. I was like, I'm just gonna try to skate faster than they can run. Dumb, Bruno. Sure enough, the dog, bites me and I can feel it. I was like, he just broke the skin for sure. But I didn't want to look at it. I said, no, I don't want to look at that. The dog bit me and ran. He didn't keep attacking me. I said, I don't want to look at that. I'm just gonna skate. So I ended up at Martin's house a few hours later. And we put some peroxide on it, and one of the people at Martin's house, because it's kind of a party or whatever, was a doctor. And she's like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital because you have no idea where that dog's been. You could have tetanus, you could have rabies, like we don't know what you have, so you have to go to the hospital at some point. And that was like the dumbest thing, probably the dumbest thing I did in Buenos Aires. I just didn't go to the hospital. I was like, I'm just going to see how I feel. Like a dog that I don't know, doesn't have an owner, just in the street, in a rough neighborhood, bites me, and I'm like, nah, I'm just going to see how I feel. And like, thank God I didn't get rabies or tetanus, like it just didn't happen. So anyway, because of that stupidity of rollerblading all the way up to Temperley, a few months later, Martin's parents, they were like, yeah, we have a bike for you if you want. So I ended up going out there and picking it up for super cheap, and that led to a whole other adventure in the summer.